Well, we needed this rain. This has been a perfect rain too. It's rained since yesterday evening. It's just been a good steady rain. Right now it's pretty light, but it's been a rain that was just a good soaking rain, and that's what we needed because the ground was like powder here, and if it would have just been a tremendous heavy rain, it would have washed really bad. So this has been pretty good. So today is going to be a service day on the Kubota. I actually took some super clean and washed her up because it had about that much dust in it from where the ground has been so dry. I mean, the other day when I was working on the road, I felt like I was pig peeing on Charlie Brown, and it just in a haze of dust. So it washed up well. All I did was spray the super clean on. I used the Milwaukee switch tank here and mix it up in it. That thing is pretty slick, man, the way that it works. I put everything in there, all kinds of different stuff in it, but I mixed that super clean in it and sprayed it, and then took the hose and blasted it with it, and you know, no pressure or anything, and it cleaned it up this well. But so I've got all filters. I've got fuel, engine oil, air filters, hydraulic filter, everything. The machine is due for service. It's got 300 and something hours on it now, so it's 200 and something hours on this oil change right here. Right there's the engine oil filter right there, real simple to get to and drain the oil out of it. So I'm gonna come back down here in a little bit. I just been waiting on it to kind of slack up raining first thing this morning to ride down here and get this done. But I'm gonna take it and get all that done, and I'm gonna grease it up too. See how many hours it's got on there. 315 hours is what it's got on it right there. So she's ready for an oil change. I'll grease it real well and get it ready for battle. I'll probably do a video on it today on the about my likes and dislikes on the machine. So I've actually got a list on my phone of stuff, and a lot of people have asked me about the JawBone bucket. I really like it. I like it a lot better than the thumb. I like the thumb being off the machine and it being gone. I like the aspect of being able to switch just by hitting my button on my joystick to open and close it to go between the teeth or the smooth cutting edge. The bucket is an absolute beast. It's not a lot of difference of what it will handle compared to a bucket and a thumb. A lot of people said that you wouldn't be able to hold as much or grab as much or maneuver as much with it. That is not true. You can grab a lot with this bucket. I'm very happy with it. It's a very expensive bucket. I hated it when they told me the price of it, what it was going to cost. This bucket's $10,000. But for me and what I do, is perfect for me. And of course, it's made out of hard ox. All the main bucket is all hard ox. That is the Ferrari of metals. And then Strength's metal is in these pieces right here. So you can't get any better metal than what that stuff is. And the helical actuator, I really like it a lot. I mean, I've seen people in the comments say something about, you know, it breaking or tearing up. Man, it's hydraulic. You know, I mean, it ain't no different than a cylinder. I just think that some people, when they see something new or something different than what's, you know, you know, not accustomed to, like say a bucket and a thumb kind of thing, you know, they just automatically turn up their nose. But so I did have a guy say, and one thing he could see, he said it seemed like it would shear stuff off. Well, that just depends on how tight you clamp it. And because this thing has got some biting power, I mean serious biting power, and you can control that in your thumb. Now a sapling like that right there, I mean you really have to get on it to shear it in half. I mean you can, but it's not like you're gonna do it every time. I've actually got a video of it when I first got it, and I was working in some just what I call hair, and that's pine saplings that are about as big as your thumb, just grabbing them and snatching them up and out of the ground. And each one of them I pull up. I mean, I pull roots and everything. I mean, I wasn't clamping them tight enough to shear it off. Somebody asked about, you know, getting it underwater. You can stick this thing up underwater. It won't hurt it none. You've got a grease fitting right there on both sides, one here and one on the other side. You pump grease and it comes out the vent right there on it. But one thing that AMI, that if I could critique them on, is this right here. It's where this line comes in right there. There needs to be some kind of protection right here built on the mount there, to where you can still stick a wrench in and break the fitting loose and unscrew it. But if you're clearing with this thing and you're working in saplings hardcore, running the heck out of it, you really got to watch this line right here, because a lot of times, you know, you catch saplings and you roll them over to the side and you catch them and you snatch them up out of the ground. Well, it's real easy for a sapling, if you don't hit it just right and you're working in a bunch of them or something, for one to jump up over this edge right here, and when it hits, it's going to hit right there is where it's going to hit. So if there was, and I may end up, let me clear this thing here. I may end up coming back right here and putting some kind of collar right there to where it's not covering where you grab it with a wrench right there and break it loose, but if it would protect the fitting right there, so that if something come up and hit, it would hit that collar. All it needs to be is like a half moon piece of pipe right there, welded, tacked on both sides, just so that when it hits, and just leave the actual fitting right there where you tighten it down, where it just leaves it exposed, and in the top part of the fitting where the metal is, which will be this right here, it protects that. Because if that gets hit right there, you're fixing to have to put a line on it. Ask me how I know, and I have to watch that very, very close right there. So that's the only thing that I would do different to the bucket, is that right there. So but all in all, I really like it. There's been some people comment about the sticker. The sticker is still hanging in there, man, and it got rubbed right after I got it. I grabbed a cross tie, and that's what got it kind of started peeling in the first place. But it has not, it hadn't come out yet. Those are the stickers. Those stickers come from Sticker Mule. If you want stickers, that's the place to get them, because you can't beat their stickers. Their stickers are just unreal how good they are, the quality of them and everything. But this bucket is tough though, very, very tough. I wanted something that I could punish, that I didn't have to worry about, and so this is it right here. AMI, they don't play on their attachments. It doesn't matter if it's the smallest stuff or if it's monster stuff, you know, for the biggest excavator made. They do not play on their stuff, man. A very, very good company to deal with and communicate with. I've had a you know, just a very good time working with them. So that is that, man. I've got a AMI banner over there I got to get hung up in here in my shop too. So, so we're going to I'm about to go back to the house and get this video ready here. I was going to post something else, but I decided I'd do this today. This machine's pretty easy to service too. I hadn't had the first bit of problems with this thing either. It goes through a regen every 15, 20 hours or so, something like that. And it don't take long to do it either. You just roll right on with it while it's doing it and just keep on running there. So, all right, I'm gonna let y'all go get this video ready, and this is what I'm gonna be doing here for the next hour or so, I imagine, get this done. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.